I mean, if B main is clear with a recon dart, now they've got a decent idea that this is a catwalk push, but XERXIA, they're really ticking the time down right now.
They truly are. Link, the pressure's on. Paranoia has to play up close around this corner. He still gets the one, but the trade eventually there. Now Scream back in the site, trying to anchor with the support of his team. A quick little tap of the heads, and he's finding it. Spamming them through the walls. Left down to the 1v1. He is weak. The time running low, but what a shot. Shuts it down. Not pushed out of that little corner. And he runs away with 4.
What a nasty round to start things out. 4K from Scream, under so much pressure. Linked as well to even grab 1 as well, but I mean, what are these shots? So precise, gorgeous crosshair placement as well.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do to punish him. They need to be pushing deep into Generator, but they're scared. And of course they are. The man staring you down is none other than
He goes the
Scream.
fist bump. 50 seconds remaining. Upcat, they have not cleared through main.
Well, they're not even going to send anybody through main. And honestly, it's a bit of an awkward position for Yampy to play with an AWP. If he just gets smoked off there, he would much rather have a rifle. But they still are just controlling a good amount of the map. Is Scary going to go for something
Paranoia
wild here?
Right into the corner. Link just needs to try and survive here. It's hard against the back. Does get taken out. Scream just trying to survive and anchor it down. And they do have that crossfire, the spray. Oh, it's good. And the damage is done. Another round on the board for them, and Josh, is exactly what you were talking about. When you let the time tick down in that fashion, that's when it gets most dangerous.
It is, especially when they don't have that extremity control. I mean, Yampy just, you know, he's able to just hold his position. This double operator setup, I thought it would be a potential meta-defining thing at Champions. Like, we were talking at Champions, like maybe the double op is what could win Liquid the trophy.
Sure.
Well, they didn't make it.
I believe the desk was talking about that as well. And
Yeah.
Scream had 9 first bloods.
9, he had as many first bloods as the whole of XERXIA did, and XERXIA still won.
And this is the problem.
But they can't be losing Surf at the beginning of these rounds so early.
How do you deal with these setups, man?
I mean, smokes, you know, that's where playing Cypher is really useful, because you're able to use the cages to take B main control.
Sure.
Sova utility, but, I mean, that's a good
one way
too.
to do it. Sure. Bit of disrespect being shown there. Sushi Boy's just right around the corner. Now the lockdown being used in a very deep angle.
Trying to get it in a position where it's much more difficult to wall bang.
Nah. The nade's going to be able to find it there.
Just on the edge as well. That frag grenade does less damage the further away it is from the center, but just manages to take out the lockdown here.
Yeah, it's just been kind of staggered out, and now it looks like Liquid are looking for that retake. No command online. Scream going to be getting
Flank from
pulses
Cruz
here of that suppression, and this flank is critical.
And the alarm bot is not active because Navera is down.
Cruz moving around the corner. This could be massive. The spray down. He quickly resets it. Needs to find a second, but Scream will shut it down anyway. The right click of the knives. Yampy's in backside operator. Not enough to try and bring him down, but luckily the teammates are supporting him, and Liquid. A tight round for them, man. A tight round.
The time was so low as well. You're really wanting more from Cruz in that position.
Again, Navera holding it this time, jumping right round the corner.
And that's the confidence.
Yep, has to respect it, and they're already in, dashing over the top. Solkas, he's pulling out his utility, did not expect that kind of speed, that kind of aggression. Quick little res off the back of it. 2 players left standing for Liquid, and this was against the half buy.
It's all about the pace for XERXIA. What an amazing performance by Surf. Immediately turning his KD around as well. And not just that, but winning his team around. What a decision from the coaching staff of XERXIA there.
I mean, what they were planning, we might not have even seen. They may have just gone into that with the half by saying, okay, we'll go for a quick hit. We'll just disrespect the op on this angle. We'll see what we can get done.
But I definitely think the timing there that Surf is going for is based on what they're reading, because Liquid fall back into the protocol of Solkas is going to throw Sova utility.
The shock darts.
When Navera drops back. And that means that there is a timing where Navera's running away with an op in his hands, so he's not a threat. And Solkas has utility in his hands. I think that's a really smart read. Great play by XERXIA. It won't work too many times because Surf kind of needs the knives, but it's at least going to put a bit of fear. Scary was also omen-ulting into the site there.
It's a double threat.
So really nicely cooked up, fast execute for XERXIA to get on the board, get some momentum back. But now they're set up. It's another late round hit.
I know. 20 seconds left. Navira has lockdown. If Navira survives this, are we going to see again an aggressive post plan if they can even get in? A lot of pressure on Link, but the Paranoia connects. Counter Paranoia, Navira is able to support. Straight from heaven. Doesn't really know which target to try and connect onto, but finds one anyway. The plant will come through. The players have already fallen, and now the wall across. And they'll command all the players suppressed now as they try and hold this one to lockdown included. And XERXIA are not in situations, they're not in position to play aggressively. Cruz is going for an absolute Hail Mary, spamming through the smoke. He gets one of them.
What on earth am I watching? Yampy with one.
What?
Cruz gets two before he falls?
You gotta be joking. Scary just has to try and hold this one down, but it's still the 1v3. He's found two of the heads. Quick little shooting TPs. He opens himself up. It's the 1v1. Him versus Scream, and he's got the information. 8 bullets. The fuse now being stuck. Scream, he tries to win it! Not the case, that's your Red Bull clutch, and Scary, what a performance!
A 6k ace on map 2, and then pulling off a 1v3 here while top fragging for XERXIA. That's the reason why he had so much respect on him coming into this tournament. People were talking about Scary. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen the stats he's putting up? Look at the crosshair placement there. It is just perfect. And then again onto Navira. And even though I was slightly concerned that his shrouded step might lead him out in the open, Yampy, though, has got players staring him down from all over the place. And he just doesn't see Scary. Who expects somebody on that angle? It's sick.
Yeah, disgusting stuff, man. Different elevation a little bit, and he can poke his head all the way up there. You can see so deep into the site.
Drone coming out into B main. As soon as they break this drone, tempo gonna be increased by XERXIA.
Yeah. That's gonna be the knife to try and cancel it out, but Scream, he tries to hold down the angle, I believe, with the operator.
What does it matter?
In his palms.
Surf doesn't need the knives, and they've just baited them again.
Yep.
They've pulled all of those rotates over to B, activated the defensive protocols for Liquid as they sink back into more defensive positions.
They're running straight through.
And now it's all on Navira.
All the pressure on this guy. The Hunter's Fury to try and cut them up. It does actually connect onto Surf. He gets a run through the Nano Swarm. 20 seconds remaining, and it's bought time for Liquid to try and play this one still. Lockdown, drop down. They have to play aggressively here for Liquid. They have to regain that tree control, but they're swinging across heaven, and Scary shuts down his counterpart. The controller play not able to do it. XOKAS not being watched. Let's remove it. Time is ticking, and the post plants are being set up right now from XERXIA to try and carry forwards that 7th round into the next half. The spam.
Was that underneath the wall as well? I don't know about that one, but the XERXIA players are just on fire right now. There is no opportunity for Liquid. They're of course using this Sage on defense, and one of the things that they were allowed to get away with last time was that Cruz would get knifed and there was no follow-up. Well, Liquid are making sure that they don't make that same mistake. Knife comes through, they know that Cruz can't slow, can't wall, and they're into the site immediately.
Yeah, capitalizing off the fact that he couldn't use any of his abilities, any of his utility. And Scream has this flash set up as well. These post plants are quite difficult to break against the pistol.
And it looks like they're going to flash for Yampy to take a peek. Up he goes, doesn't see anything. How good is XERXIA on the retake?
They have a dart. The cloudburst on Surf as well, and the dash. Here we go. Here comes the play setup. Paranoia as well, and it is orchestrated. Straight through, right round the corner. Surf's already found 2 for them, and they are down and out. What a retake. Rapid.
That's incredible by XERXIA. They all got set up, knew exactly which utility they were going to throw, and that is a beautiful exec. It almost looks like they're on the attack side, orchestrating some elaborate play. But that retake is beautiful. That's how you do it. And that's XERXIA taking one step closer.
Yeah.
And Yinsu was talking on the desk, actually, about the idea of, you know, APAC being a minor region. And when you think about APAC, it does have a large player base, and they've had good, successful results before, making it to the quarterfinals at Champions.
An eco round here for Team Liquid.
Yeah. And Bren, one of the things I want to... Oh, hello.
Yeah, this is why I don't... Wow. Listen, I'm telling you, against Liquid, you never know.
No, you never know.
Rip a couple of heads off. Surf needs to be careful of this.
Cruz had a bunch of first deaths when they played against Optic, yeah. I think he went 1-5 or something in first kills to first deaths. Wasn't looking great for him.
While all this is going on, Link was just trying to do a bit of damage, I think, on the other side of things, but Liquid have managed to get this spike down, and Yampy pushed forwards in this deep position round. Logs has got the crossfire set up. There is no trade available for him, and he's still there ready and waiting. One player left standing, the Team Liquid eco round special man. And it's a triple swing as well, as soon as the turret takes contact.
And you are right not to underrate it, Bren. It's another,
you never know.
Another
You
round 2 Thrifty
know.
coming through. Didn't we see one of those on the second half of the first map?
Like
it feels like an eternity ago, because this game has just been so close the entire time. But Liquid are dangerous in these situations. They won a bunch against Crew as well.
Yeah.
But their players are so skilled with that first bullet accuracy.
Quick little flash over the corner. Trying to bait some sort of swing actually as well as they tap the orb. Now the lockdown that I mentioned earlier is going to be used here for Liquid to try and get deep in.
I think all of this would have been better coordinated after they landed a knife on Cruz and had that back online.
One player detained.
Yampy is so deep.
He's not even going for it. Straight all the way into heaven. And he's just swinging straight into the player.
Really well executed. I mean, Yampy is just so confident getting into those positions. I was worried about them coming through all of that Sage utility. Slow, wall. XERXIA couldn't really do anything. We've seen Scary in a 1v3 before. He won an incredibly pivotal round. And now he has a teammate.
That's a lovely first pick, though. Try and set things up.
Not again.
Quick little tap on the head. Scream. He does put him down on a rifle for Surf, but he can't deal with two of the players. The Liquid just swinging him. Great timing. Yampy and Scream shut that one down, and they have dragged it back, Josh. It is 8-8.
Yeah, that's a massive round. What an important swing that round 14 was. Yampy getting all the way deep here is such a great read on what XERXIA are going to be doing.
Yeah.
And they're pushing with each other, getting into the sites, getting massive value out of their bonus round. XERXIA were defending a lot of A splits previously. That was just a straight up A main hit. It seems like a weird strategy with Navera opping, but he's still going to be able to get good value from A main, assuming the rest of his team can do work.
And they're just holding for it. They realized that there was a possibility of it. The quick swing through Yampy, just taking two of the heads off, and with the lighter by. Yeah, not enough in their hands really to be able to turn the tide of this one. XERXIA.
Spike planted.
Just left staring at the possibility here. I mean, Scary has not really been spotted.
Yeah, he's still just hanging out underneath there. He's got a stinger.
I mean, he could do some damage. Yeah, okay. Sometimes a bit of RNG, but the reload gets off, and they're just going to try and spam him out here.
So much pressure being applied, and Sushi Boys thinks, okay, maybe this is my time. Yampy with an ace? That's pretty absurd.
Kind of came out of nowhere, I think.
It really did. I mean, he got the opening.
Not expected that.
He's got the updraft dash onto the Jenny. He's 20-11 right now, after having a fabulous map 2 opening as well. Yampy is so important to this team's success. Sure, here he's just mopping up an eco round, but he gets over 30% of this team's first kills. And he doesn't play Jet all the time. He plays a variety of different roles. He's been playing the Breach on other maps, for goodness sake.
Smoke cuts it up into mid. Yampy with the knives, just walking. Door not closed. Surf. Obviously, he's actually deep in B main there, so his back isn't exposed to market. Cruz gets spotted though. And now, oh, bit of a whiff, I think, possibly. No, not quite. That was a slow walk coming through to try and push back this attempt. Still, Yampy is deep and in. It's up to Cruz. What is that? Deep into logs. He's going to be cleared out eventually by the utility. The Nanoswarm dropped down, and Yampy wants to try and find this player who is anchoring. But Scary has been able to do some significant damage in the past.
There's another flash.
Throughout this series, he has been fully supported, and with that flash, yeah, nothing he could really do.
Gorgeous play by Liquid there. They really just dismantled that setup by XERXIA, and they are taking this map. I mean, they're moving towards it at the very least. They are slowly pulling it out of control of XERXIA. I really rate the XERXIA defense. I think they looked excellent yesterday. The way that they were moving around the map, their defensive setups, and Team Liquid are taking it apart brick by brick.
Look at this. One of the things what a flick.
He gets past the Sage wall, which is just off by Cruz.
The tiniest of margins.
And dominates.
There's not enough time for Team Liquid to try and do something else.
Fox would love to be in a position here to use his Hunter's Fury, but he's just hard anchoring with the Odin.
Dash through, right through, has to deal with that recon dart. Let's take out a Nanoswarm, but now needs to try and survive. The double swing is good, but Fox is better. Right round the corner, 3 kills. Drop it right down, Scream has to do a bit of damage. Surf, it's getting funny with it. Scary just swinging, knowing the Scream has to get off the plant.
What is that play by Surf? He's going in there just to deny the plant coming through because there's so little time for Liquid, and it just looks amazing. I mean, bonus points for style there.
Show me it again.
That recon dart by Fox is missed, but it actually lands onto Nivera and gives him that kill and lets him know where Scream is too. But overall, that round is about just stopping them from even having access to A. Right? Sushi Boy's just swinging and getting the first pick. Sets up Liquid with fear in their hearts, unable to commit to the A push. And now they're turning their tempo up. They want to get to 12 right here, right now.
And to give some complete information, there's a player at the back of Jenny. Team Liquid trying to at least grab this round by the horns, but it's not enough. They haven't cleared the crossfire, just like that, Josh. It's shut down.
Both teams looking to replicate or even build on their success that they had at Champions.
Liquid look like they're getting primed now for a little pop play, straight into it. The knife actually connects onto Sushi Boys. The setup though, pop the nano swarms in time. But
with Yampy down, there's nobody to actually go and make that space. It's up to Scream.
It's up to Scream, he has to run in, he's found the pick, but eventually traded.
30 seconds left.
TP into the smoke, the crossfire is there. Link is in a ton of hurt right now, but the players, what a swing from the Vera, operator in hand. Aims for the head. The mark once more, now to Spam, trying to punish these players around the Jenny area. 15 seconds left, Team Liquid, they got to get this spike down.
XERXIA is so weak, but he's not quite going to get punished for that. He had the spike down jumping into Odin wallbang Spam. Nivera's operator takes a shot, misses one.
He's playing from Jenny with it.
Yeah, he was trying to place the nanoswarm there to stop them coming through door. And now, I mean, they're scattering. They don't know where to hold. These defensive positions are all over the place, but it's another good nanoswarm actually by Nivera!
Spam through the wall. Nivera has to hold this down. The crossfire XERXIA is so weak though, and the players cannot stand up to it.
These retakes are really working by XERXIA. This is how they started things off on the pistol. And this is how they take it a match point as well.
This fashion? Like this?
12-11. XERXIA are 1 round away from being able to book their spot into the playoffs. Bren, it didn't happen like this at Champions. They didn't go through as the first seed from their group. In fact, they got rolled by Optic the first time and had to come back, and it was an incredible underdog story.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like an underdog story anymore.
No. Showing you. It's all on the line.
And Liquid can't let the pressure get to them here. Yampy with a bit of a tag. Looking to take some space in mid, and they've walled it off away from him. Looking to see if there's anybody posted up to punish him. And when he figures there isn't, going to try and break the Sage wall perhaps.
Spamming it alone, but he is worried, I think. Still Surf tagged up. That is a slow orb as well. Paranoia.
Where's the
punish? It's comboed up. Where is the punish? He swings round. Scream has to do a bit of running and cutting right into him, but they do find the pickoffs. That's what they were finding, what they were hoping for. Scary TPs into the backside of Paranoia is good.
Scream dodges it.
The crossfire is there. Sidestep the dodge, as you were saying, Josh. Sushi Boy's left alive, and this is all on him to try and deny Team Liquid bringing it into that overtime scenario.
Oh, we have seen some ridiculous clutches in this series so far, but it just feels like one too many here for XERXIA. Sushi Boys has the lockdown, but there's a player in B main. He'll never anticipate. And Team Liquid, they are not ready to give up just yet.
Oh my god.
We're going to overtime here. 12-12 on Ascent. Oh my word. One of the big strengths, I think, for how Liquid have been able to get themselves to this position is utilizing those ultimates, converting them into round wins.
Whoa, okay.
And the opening picks have been pretty good as well by Yampy. That's a fantastic one. Obviously, my point being there that there's no ults on the board when it comes to overtime. But Yampy takes a step closer to his. Nivera gets the information. They drop back into more defensive positions.
Cuckoo dash into the cloudburst just to cut up any potential crossfires that were being held. The crosshair placement, obviously.
But look how weird the positioning is now from Team Liquid.
They don't know what to
and
do.
Scary's on the mad lurk.
And
Link
shut down.
catches him, wins the smoke 1v1.
What a find. What a player Link's been so far this tournament. And now it's up to Surf, this rookie player. Again, the quick side step right around the corner. He catches XERXIA, and luckily the coverage is there at the back of the site. Crew's removing the Vera. Now we're down to the 3v3. 30 seconds were remaining, but they do get the spike down. Just have to try and hold these positions. Scream has a flash available, and Yampy is forced to retake this one with the Yob. He should be able to get a rifle. He's able to find a body. The jump peek! Pre-fight there from Surf. He gets taken out. Who's holding it though, and now lane being pushed up. Both the players from Liquid, they've got the perfect positioning for it, and the spam link is so low. There's only so much he can truly do. It will take a miracle for him to try and win this one out. Time running low, the players, the repositioning. Sushi Boys has played this to perfection.
And they take another step forwards. Liquid once more on the back foot, having to pull things out. Again on their attack side. It feels like we could go further and further. Both of these teams separated by such a thin margin on all of our maps. You know, sometimes you get BO3 series where more maps just a blowout to a team. You know, the next team responds because they have very opposite map pools. Does not feel the case here. Liquid and XERXIA have just been toe-to-toe with each other the entire time. And the pressure builds and builds in these situations. You would normally expect the veteran experience to win out. But
the fast play!
XERXIA have just looked unflappable. Cruz is there to respond, even after such a good opening.
This is going down though. Pops the wall, the utility to try and clear him out of this one, and they are losing players. The dart always tagged up. It's a disaster for them, man. XERXIA losing so many players, they try and hold it down, but it is the heroic Scary. He's done it before. Paranoia, it misses. Nevera set up for it. This crosshair placement was great. Sushi Boys, it's a 1v3. They were not expecting the brisk takeover there of the main positioning.
It's a little bit like the round that XERXIA threw at them, actually, to try and deal with the double operator setup. But it works really nicely for both teams. Just too much for Sushi Boys to do, and we go again.
Too much to clear.
Our second OT. And Liquid here have very little info. No eyes towards mid whatsoever. No alarm bot over there.
Now, the pace increases. Scream does manage to throw deep the nade just to try and disrupt it. He's holding close, gets huge value out of the knife. He spots all of the players, but eventually shut down. Link's still able to at least pop Cruz down. Takes him out, dash across to try and break this crosshair placement. They still need to deal with Link, and that is fantastic. Still, time is low. Only 12 seconds remaining. They need to win out on these players, and the spike needs to go down. And they've successfully done it, XERXIA. One round ahead, one more to go to try and seal the deal in this series.
And this looks like it's got some pace on it for Liquid.
And a one-way setup, yep, here's the pace. Dash straight through. Yampy was supported with a flash into the back, and they need to be dealing with this one because he has been doing this consistently. Spamming right through the smoke. Disgusting plays right now. Sushi Boy's able to at least shut that one, but the team is in the sight. Team Liquid, they've gained all the ground in the world off the back of that space that he's created. But Surf, he's trying to take the teak. Such a cheeky timing.
Spike planted.
Whips it around, finds it traded. And now Cruz, 1v2, whips it around the corner, not enough to get in position. Overtime again.
It's such a gamble for them to go for.
And if they don't show discipline here, drone gets used. Fox, that's a wide swing. Tagged as well. They got to be aware of this now, surely. Shock dart to push them away. Surf just wants to try and take the angle, take the fight. And now you see the dash come through. The Paranoia to supplement it all the way through. Yampy, he missed the shot, but luckily Soulcast still standing. Hop onto the side. XERXIA trying everything at a disposal once more. Surf tries to swing it, but it's just mistimed. And no one can really take care of him still. Soulcast will eventually fall. So much damage being done for them, and XERXIA being pushed to the limit. It's a 2v2. The Paranoia connects. Scary with nowhere to go. He's being sandwiched. He had to use the smoke there. Caught using it in his hand. Fox has to play deep.
What a reposition. This could be the play. Oh, and he's just shut down.
Unreal.
There goes Link. What a punish. What a retake. Fantastic. And how much of that was really the double operator? I don't think it had that much to do with it, to be honest.
I mean, that's all Soulcast, surely. That's all Soulcast.
Soulcast's anchoring was phenomenal. He's had a lot of questions surrounding him, honestly. I mean, the first time when he turned up to the land, the last time he was in Iceland, people were looking at his performances, some of the whiffs, and saying, okay, well, what kind of future does this guy have on Liquid? Well, he's proven himself.
He truly has, man. Nano Swarm onto the switch, knowing that obviously on the attack side, Yampy's been cutting up. Crosshair placement, usually playing on top of there. Slower and Paranoia now pulled out of XERXIA.
The idea here is to bait rotates, but they haven't bought it. XERXIA still have 3 players over by B.
And they have to shut down this push coming through. The Nano Swarms, they cut it up. 40 seconds left on the clock here for Team Liquid. They're looking to try and secure it. Seal the deal for XERXIA. Oh my, no one shoots the dart. The players once again lit up on lane. Link does his best. 2 kills for him, but not enough because XERXIA, man.
15-15 for Hen.
You're kidding me.
Revealing area.
The plays on plays
Dart,
here.
drone, forces the paranoia out. Just got shot down. And Yampy, I think he's got a good read of this one now. He can hear that there's no footsteps just stomping down through A main. He pushes deeper into mid to watch the cross up, and that dart is impeccable. Nevera gives him the perfect timing to be able to take the shot. Yampy as well finds it. Now just 3 players remaining here for XERXIA. Crews with the deep wall just try and work their way in, but how do they deal with it? These players just anchoring it, and Team Liquid too clean with him, man. Too clean. That's a Prime Gaming flawless round 31.
I don't think we've seen one of them in OT yet. 16-15, once again, Liquid, they take the advantage off the back of the double operator, and this time there's no arguments. It did have impact. Yampy went aggressive with it, took information towards top mid, was able to find the pick there as well. And I really don't think they expected Nevera to have that off there. I mean, neither did they expect the positioning of Yampy.
That's so smart, though. Be a hell of a redemption for them. Second chance they were gifted of going to Reykjavík. And here's where they can really prove that they deserve to be here.
And for XERXIA, they let the #1 seed from APAC slip through their fingers. That was a 2-3 game against Paper X, where they had opportunities to win. They looked like the weaker team, but they cannot afford for these winnable moments to slip from them and escape their grasp. There's a lot of milling around going on at the moment over on the B site, and they've got the wrong read on what's happening. 3 players over by B. So much pressure on Scary and Sushi Boys.
If the knife connects onto Sushi Boys, he's not going to be able to pop his setup.
But he's pushed Yampy back. He was aware of it this time, and Yampy has not got that same plan.
Sushi Boys, he's been pressured so hard, has to hide. Right around the corner, and he gets the pick off. Ridiculous. Takes the head off Nevera, but the players are still working their way in. And Team Liquid, you can never count them out. Now the 3v3, the plan's starting to come through. Just about gets down, and they're spamming. They heard the updraft. They know that Yampy's playing on top of the generator. Clubbo's popped up to try and create the one-way.
But they don't have a smoke to be able to cut off A main. So if they peek Yampy, they're peeking Soulcast too.
Slow wall, but Jenny pops around right side. You can see it now with the double swings.
They use the jet smokes to smoke off A main. Amazing utility by Surf in the midst of all of this.
Now it's a 2v2. Soulcast, he hits the shot. It's all down to Fox. He knows where the player is. He's found one, but time is running so low, and it is not enough for them. Team Liquid secure it. 17-15 is the scoreline on that final map, and you can see up out of their chairs just how much it means to them.
They came here with something to prove. Knocked out in EMEA and given a second life, given a second chance. Well, they don't need any second lives in the group stage. They are the #1 seed from that group heading into the playoffs. And for XERXIA, they're not out. They're not eliminated.